Hello, we're going to be talking about sorting and filtering in Excel today, and that would be chapter 8 of your textbook. And we start out with this data right here. First thing I want you to note, I'm going to select this cell. It's a formula, okay? So we might be doing some things with it. This'll have some ways of doing things that are whether it's a formula or not, will make a difference in some cases, and I'll show you that in just a few minutes. So, there's a couple ways to sort and filter. One of them is right up here. It's in the Home tab. There's the Home tab right up here, Sort and Filter. Let's sort and filter. Now, if I select just Sort and Filter, Z to A, it'll just take the highest population density. Z to A means from high to low, or alphabetically from the end of the alphabet to the beginning of the alphabet. A to Z means from low to high, or from the beginning of the alphabet to the end of the alphabet. So now we've got our data sorted according to population density. What has the highest population density? Rhode Island. What has the lowest? Alaska, and so forth. So there's another way to do this. I'm going to Control Z to put it back the way it was. Select a cell in here. Select just one cell. Come on. I don't want to select everything. Just one cell. And Data tab. Let's go to the Data tab. You can do Z to A here also. So that's a couple ways to get at the sorting tool. There we go. Unsorted. Unsorted again. Now, I'm going to do something different here. This can show you what can go wrong with sorting. I am going to try to sort from Z to A on this, on the selection. Watch what happens. So I try sorting it. It says, okay, it found data around your selection. Should you continue with the current selection? Yeah, let's go. Normally, if you expand the selection, in other words, it would grab everything that the other two methods that I showed earlier would do. So if I continue, I don't want to expand because that's identical to what I just showed you. This time I want to do something different just to show you what happens. Now, nothing. I'm going to do a control. I'm going to do an undo. Keep an eye, see if anything happens. Nothing happens. Okay? Why? It's because this is a formula. When I sort and I put this formula up here, it's referring to these two cells, and it'll automatically change the row number, and so nothing happens. So let's force it to not deal with a number, or excuse me, not deal with a formula. We're going to make it deal with numbers. I'm going to paste special values. Right click. Why aren't you letting me paste? I guess it's slow electrons today. There we go. Paste special values. So now I have this data sorted. Oh, excuse me. It's not a formula anymore. You can see up here it's not a formula. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and sort and filter. I'm on my Home tab, and I don't know why I can't sort and filter here. I'm going to select everything. Sort and filter, Z to A. And if I said expand, the default is expand, it would do what I showed you first. I'm going to continue with the current selection. You'll notice these data line up right now. Now they don't. Rhode Island is the highest population density state, and now that column says Alaska is. This is what can go wrong with sorting and filtering. But Excel gave us a nice, neat warning that it was going to do that. Okay, moving on. Let's do a custom sort. I'm going to get another table for that. Here's the table for this. And what we want to do is we want to sort by certain things first, rather than that we sort by type. Let's sort by type first. And for that, well, I'll just select this. Sometimes it's easier just to select the whole table. So sort and filter, and you do have a custom sort feature here. You can do all sorts of crazy things with it. So first of all, sort by type from A to Z. That sounds good in numerical order. Now it'll arrange this title. Watch out. Here's a checkbox right here. It either has header rows or doesn't. Our data has header rows. If I clicked it off, unchecked it, it would try to sort type. Type would go at the last. It would stop being a header row. So leave it alone as a header row. Header row by type. Also, you'll notice when I click the header row off, it's by column. If I have a header row, it's by whatever is in the first row, right there. Okay, so we're going to sort by type. Okay. Now, next thing, let's sort by the number of pins. I'm going to show you what to do wrong first. Okay. So I've already sorted by type. Now let's do another sort by pins. Now I want within each type, I want all this data to be sorted. Okay. So I want to sort all of this. Oh, number of pins, not size. I want to sort all of this. So it'll say all the DDRs will be sorted by low to high number of pins. All the EDOs will be sorted by low to high. So here we have a high of 168. Here we have a high of 200. 200 would not go down at the very, very bottom of the table. It would stay. Let's see, 200 is the maximum. You'd have a 200 value in row 9 now, just like row 9 before. So, and I just realized my spreadsheet is cut off the end of the, there we go. The row numbers are cut off. So I wanted you guys to see that. And I can make this data a little bigger so you can see easier. So I want this to say like 100, 100, 184, 184, 200, 200, 200. Then I want it to say 144, 144, 144, I think, and then 168, 168, 168, 168. And then this one becomes 144, 144, 144, 168, 168. So within each type, I'm sorting. That's the idea. That's what we're trying to do here. Here's what not to do first. So select up my table again. Okay, I've sorted by type. Let's sort by number of pins and see what happens. This is what not to do. Sort by number of pins. It has header rows just like before. Okay. Types are all mixed up now. That's not what I want. Let me show you how to get what we want. First level sorting by type. Second level sorting, add a level by number of pins. Okay, let's add one more level, add another level, just for grins, by size. Okay, zoom. So, we have the type, they're in the big groups. They're in the first level. Now, the second level is number of pins. So, lowest to highest within this group. Lowest to highest within this group. Lowest to highest within this group. Okay, so we've got type is the top level. It's like a tree. It's like branches. How many branches are off this portion of the tree? Well, we have these branches off that portion of the tree. Now, we want size next. So for the 100 pin packages, you have two different sizes. The low is first, the high is second. For the 184, it's three different sizes. So now we have another branch to the tree. It's like, but you'll notice if I swap these columns around, it might, swap size and number of pins. It might read better, or you'd see the tree easier. We'll see more of that tree later. But for now, let's go ahead and stop the video and go to the next video.